Hi, I'm going to put down on this recording the most important ideas that I've learned from doing recording and practicing of my concertina progress. I suppose one of the most important is motivating myself by choosing material that I really like, songs, tunes that I really like, so that the practices are more enjoyable. Second, chunking the learning into very small morsels of about a few seconds, practicing those items over and over to get the morsel right, and then going on to the next morsel and chaining them together. That's been really important because it means you learn the thing more rapidly and you get more satisfaction sooner. Number three, finding out that and from brain research, that the more enjoyable music is, the more enjoyable an activity is, the more growth of dendrites there is, and that is, learning is accelerated by the enjoyment, because the dopamine chemical that fosters neural growth is increased when you enjoy the practice. So the aim is to make it as enjoyable as possible. I've found that playing with the bellows controlled fairly well for pressure makes a difference. That is, if you press too hard, it's all rather too aggressive, and you lose this little delicate balance you have with the fingers. So it's better to play at a speed and a pressure that's fairly light and easy, and it gives you better balance, and your agility on your fingers is much better. Staying with a particular repertoire, I've done that. I've learned about 20-25 tunes or songs and gone over and over those, doing different things to them, but that meant I didn't have to learn new material, and it meant that I became good at doing them in different ways. I still learned spontaneously some other items and added them to my repertoire as well. I think choosing a limited amount of music has been a real help in learning. So those are the main points that I think I'd mention right now. There probably are others. I have used maps and visual aids. I've drawn maps off the keyboard, and I have in fact added to the keyboard labels for the notes. So you can see, oh, that one's bent over a bit, I'll show you outside. You can see the labelling, every note is labelled for what it is, and that makes it, when I need to refer to what a note is or a chord, it's much easier if you've got them labelled like that. That's just strips of paper with the note written on it and stuck there with ordinary glue. Choosing a reasonable instrument made a difference. My first year was on a cheap and quite unpleasant instrument. It was hard to play, and when I got this Lacanau English 48 key, it was much more enjoyable. And as I just mentioned, the more enjoyable the practice is, the more success you'll have. Another very important thing is how much you're playing alongside other people and with other people, in conjunction with other people. That for me is a great motivator, and I expect it is for most people as well. Another item is doing recordings and video, as I have done many. You can see them on YouTube, Palmy Bruce in YouTube. That's been very satisfying because I can accompany myself, and it's very satisfying to accompany yourself, to be able to stand back from yourself. Every 2 weeks I put out a concertina report and uploaded it into YouTube, even if it wasn't that good. It was a sort of a milestone every 2 weeks. It kept me striving for new things all the time. I've practiced every day for about 2.5 years now. Started on January the 3rd, and I've hardly missed a day in that time. The first year was an hour a day, and these days I limited it only to half an hour, except for my recording sessions, which probably can take 4 hours or a lot more sometimes to get the recording reasonable for the showing on YouTube. So constant practice, I think, makes a difference. Probably better to use 2 quarter-hour sessions than than 1/2 hour, or 4 quarter-hour sessions rather than 1 hour, because then you get the advantage of what's called primacy and recency. That is, the first part of a learning session is more remembered by your brain, and the final part of a session is remembered more by your brain. So if you have several in a day, you get several sets of primacy and recency. That is the first part and the second part of each session. So that helps as well. So those are the principles I've used. I have been playing out a bit, and I find it very satisfying if I have a piece that I can play reasonably well, to be playing, say, on a riverbank and people stop and compliment me on it, and that's very satisfying, motivating as well. I have written a song which I found probably the most sublime and enjoyable experience of all. I wrote a song called The Sleepwalkers, basically saying that human beings are, because a lot of what we do is unconscious, are sleepwalkers. And I love that tune. It's a bit sad, but it was a very, very satisfying thing to do. It was discovered just playing the concertina, and a certain run of chords and notes worked well, and I added words to it, and I've played it many, many times, and other people, to my delight, have found it enjoyable as well. So that's a summary of the first 1.5 years of my concertina progress. If I think of other ideas, I might add them to this later. Okay, bye for now. I hope this is of help. Bye. As I went out one morning upon the 5th of May, I met a maid, she asked me trade, a sailorman said I, and away, yes auntie, my dear Annie. Oh, you New Yorkers, can't you dance the polka? To Tiffany's I took her, I did not mind expense. I bought her 2 gold earrings and they cost me 15 pence. And away, yes auntie, my dear Annie. Oh, you New Yorkers, can't you dance the polka? She said, me lime juice sailor, now take me home you may. But when we got to her front door, she this to me did say, and away, yes auntie, my dear Annie. Oh, you New Yorkers, can't you dance the polka? Me flashman, he's a Yankee, with his hair cut short behind. He wears a pair of long seat boots, he's a bosun on the black ball line. And away, yes auntie, my dear Annie. Oh, you New Yorkers, can't you dance the polka? He's coming home this evening, and with me he will stay. So get a move on, sailor, get cracking on your way. And away, yes auntie, my dear Annie. Oh, you New Yorkers, can't you dance the polka? So I kissed her hard and proper, afore a flashman came. Fare ye well, me bory girl, I know your little game. And away, yes auntie, my dear Annie. Oh, you New Yorkers, can't you dance the polka? I wrapped me glad rags round me, and for the docks did steer. I'll never court a mother girl, it's safer from beer. And away, yes auntie, my dear Annie. Oh, you New Yorkers, can't you dance the polka? I joined a Yankee bloodboat and sailed away next morn. I'll never court another maid, you're safer off Cape Horn. And away, yes auntie, my dear Annie. Oh, you New Yorkers, can't you dance the polka? Oh, you New Yorkers, can't you dance the polka? Just one or two afterthoughts. I think a reason why I make mistakes and can't pick up the concertina and play well straight away the moment I pick it up is something to do with placing hands in the right place and right from the start. I've got to work on that. And balancing in the right place on your knee. I've sometimes thought I should attach a bit of Velcro or something on here and Velcro on my leg so that it always stays in the same place. That's to get that balance, rather than slipping all over the place and relocating your hand in a different place so that you're more likely to make mistakes. I really would like to be able to play reliably and confidently without making mistakes, and I'm not there yet. Once I get warmed up, I play much better. I can play on a hill after 5 minutes of warming up. I play way better than just picking it up straight away. And also in front of a crowd, I'm quite different from when I'm playing on my own. I play much better when I'm on my own, and I want to overcome that. So those are some of the obstacles that I'm working on. In this report for the mid-June 2012, I have tried to work on some lower notes. Instead of playing the whole chord, for this song, Go Down You Blood Red Roses, Go Down. I've worked on just playing a couple of notes. They're more austere rather than sweet like that. And it suits the coldness and loneliness of being on a boat far from home in cold seas. I remember a guy, Mike Stanley, years ago used to talk to the folk club audiences and tell us about how sailors in the 1800s would go around Cape Horn, and it was so cold and uncomfortable they'd be 4 hours on deck, 4 hours up aloft on the sheets, on the sails, breaking off the ice, and their fingers would split over days of doing this. So the 4 hours up aloft, 4 hours on deck, and 4 hours sleeping. So they're pretty busy and pretty uncomfortable. You can imagine what it was like coming into a nice warm port, especially if there was a nice young lady there waiting for them. Anyway, that's what the song Blood Red Roses is about. It's about seafaring and going specifically after whales. It wasn't so unacceptable in those days. It was a way of life, and there were plenty of whales, or lots of whales, and they used to go out after them, and it was a more fair fight too, because they were in longboats, which are probably only, say, 5 or 6 meters long, and maybe 10 guys on board, and they were throwing a harpoon by hand, so the whale had a good chance of tipping over the boat and killing some of them. And it wasn't like these modern boats with the harpoons powered by compressed air or explosives and so on. So it was maybe a fairer fight. But some of the songs from those days are quite impressive. The hard work, the risk and danger, and then the spoils of it, and the guys getting a lot of money if they caught a big whale, brought the oil back, rendered it down on board the boat into oil, and take it back for lamp oil, I think it was. Anyway, that's what this Blood Red Roses is about. It has been speculated, I don't know whether it's true or not, that Blood Red Roses refers to the blood coming up from the whale underneath. It's pretty gory, sorry, but coming up from the deep when they struck the whale. And they knew they were in the money then, and they'd catch that whale and they'd bring it in and put it alongside the ship. So that's what Blood Red Roses is about. It's a shanty, and it's for pulling ropes, I suppose. So when they're on a sailing ship, and they used to play they used to sing these songs to keep the rhythm together. And Blood Red Roses is a famous one, and many a time I've sung it at folk clubs and festivals with a whole chorus, everybody joining in with a bit of beer to make it all go happier. Alright, well, I hope you like it, and if you're a concertina player, I hope you're enjoying your own playing, and feel free to add comments if you like underneath this video, because I'd like to hear from you, and I'd like to hear ideas you have. You might be a much better player than I am, and maybe give me some hints about how to play better. Alright, till next time, bye. Our boots and clothes are all in pawn. Go down, you blood red roses, go down. And it's mighty drafty off Cape Horn. Go down, you blood red roses, go down. Oh, you pinks and posies, go down, you blood red roses, go down. My dear old mother said to me, go down, you blood red roses, go down. Come back, my son, come back from sea, go down, you blood red roses, go down. Oh, you pinks and posies, go down, you blood red roses, go down. It's round Cape Horn that we must go, go down, you blood red roses, go down. Round Cape Horn and the ice and snow, go down, you blood red roses, go down. Oh, you pinks and posies, go down, you blood red roses, go down. Round Cape Horn that we must go, go down, you blood red roses, go down. For that is where the whalefish blows, go down, you blood red roses, go down. Oh, you pinks and posies, go down, you blood red roses, go down. You hate to go, but go you must, go down, you blood red roses, go down. For if you don't, your head they'll bust, go down, you blood red roses, go down. Oh, you pinks and posies, go down, you blood red roses, go down.
pull and that'll do. Go down, you blood red roses, go down. One more pull, will kick her through. Go down, you blood red roses, go down. Oh, you pinks and posies, go down, you blood red roses, go down.